Coming up today on This Is True Really News, a first-person story. If you like first-person stories, please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. Comment wherever you see or hear us. And if you think you've seen a story that we might be interested in, jot this down. I'll wait. Send it to TITR@netradio.network.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
I realize Denny Schaefer would have put like a whole entire WLOL promo in that silence, right?
He would have.
And then hit the post again. Mark DeCara of Lake Barrington, Illinois, allegedly shot himself in the leg in June while dreaming of a home invasion.
Was his leg invading?
Okay.
I know Lake Barrington, by the way.
I don't know about you, but there have been twice that I can remember where my wife woke up and was pissed at me all day for something she dreamed.
Yep.
So he was dreaming of a home invasion.
Yeah, it was going on in your head, dear. Shut.
Kind of curious why he had the gun right there, but what? According to Insider, DeCara grabbed his .357 Magnum and fired, which...
Oh, good Lord.
Well, you've heard of wake-up calls? Oh, yeah.
This is a play dead call.
As you may have guessed it, there was no intruder in the home. Police found him in bed with a, quote, significant amount of blood. Do you think? That's .357. It's going to make a hole.
Sure.
He shoot a .22 that close. He was charged with possession of a firearm without a valid firearm owner's identification card.
He's in Illinois. It's a problem.
Yeah, you can't have a gun there unless you're the government, which
makes no sense.
Let that ruminate slowly in your brain cells. Anyway, so he's busted for not having a license for the firearm and a reckless discharge of a firearm.
In his dreams.
Yep, and they're also going to check on I'm sure they're going to check on his dietary habits to make sure that doesn't happen. Maybe they could get the toilet.
Did they find any flies in his?
They haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
I wonder would
forward to it.
Would the toilet could tell him if what he's eating is causing nightmares and if he has any insect infestation?
Man, I have a printout. I hear buzzing in your colon.
What's that buzzing noise? Where's it coming from?
First person story. One of my former employees was ex-Navy SEAL and ex-LAPD. He told me that folk on PCP were the worst.
Mm-hmm.
He laughed about a couple of arrests about, people on drugs, like, stories I've been doing the past couple of weeks. But he had terrible memories of people on PCP. And I know cops that have had to deal with people on PCP. And It's hard. It's difficult. It's due to the nature, right? That an athletic man on large amounts of PCP cannot be subdued by tasers.
Yep.
And will have greatly increased violent strength. It's insane. Yeah. He said more than once people on PCP holding weapons would be gripping them so tightly their own hands were bleeding and they wouldn't know it.
And didn't care.
Right.
I'm guessing the next day would have been interesting.
He said his favorite, and I just want you to picture this scene, was a naked man running around in clown shoes. And it's mostly because his fat partner at the time couldn't catch him for the life of him. And the scene is a fat cop chasing a high naked man running around in clown shoes. Oh, sure, he would have helped, but he was on the ground laughing.
When you're laughing that hard, it's really hard to chase someone.
Exactly.
In clown. How fast can you run in clown shoes?
Not fast. Kerflop, kerflop, kerflop. I'm amazed the tip of it didn't come up and hit him in the junk. You okay over there?
Just surprised. Well, as long as we're doing evil, being brought to justice.
Yes, good.
55-year-old Cedric Lodge and his 63-year-old wife, Denise, Goffstown, New Hampshire, were indicted in federal court this summer after it was revealed that they allegedly were stealing and selling human body parts, according to the AP.
Dumb, dumb, dumb.
Oh, come on. We've all seen it. We've all watched Frankenstein. It happens. And sooner or later, a mad scientist gets all the
job that ever could be. Oh, sure. It could be worse. Yeah. How? Could be raining.
Lodge, this would be Cedric was the manager at the Harvard Medical School morgue until May of this year when he was fired. Boy. See, he and his wife offered a shopping opportunity at the morgue.
Get them while they're cold.
Where buyers could, pick which donated remains they wanted. The Lodges is the couple would then take the items home and ship them. Yes, through the mail.
Through the mail. There are now postal workers all over the country who just cannot bathe enough. Oh my God.
The parts included your heads, your brains, your skin, and your bones. I'm guessing skin and bones, I would have got those together because, the phrase is always.
You need a place to hang the skin.
They weren't alone, by the way. 3 others were also indicted. 44-year-old Katrina McLean of Salem, Massachusetts. He's probably a witch.
Yeah, probably.
Joshua Taylor, 46, of West Lawn, Pennsylvania. And Matthew Lampy, a 52-year-old from East Bethel, Minnesota.
Seriously? You mean I could have run across this guy?
You could have literally driven there in 15 minutes, I'm guessing.
Yes, I could.
Prosecutors say they were part of a nationwide network of people who buy and sell human remains.
Whatever for?
That they never tell me.
And maybe that's a good thing because we might never stop throwing up.
There's got to come a time where the stomach lining can't handle anymore. Harvard actually called the actions morally reprehensible. Harvard, who doesn't believe anything's bad. Good for them. They got
wowzers. Yeah.
Wow, that's
disgusting.
Thank you. Yeah.
Flathead Beacon police blotter.
Thank God, a bit of normalcy.
9:55 a.m. A malfunctioning phone dialed 911.
Over and over.
10:59 a.m. Someone wanted to report that their neighbor's dogs had gotten out of their yard earlier and were now back in their yard, but would likely get out again and should be cited.
Oh.
Future crime.
K.
11:36 a.m. A woman who looked like she was trying to steal a bike did not steal the bike. And that's worth the call to 911. Hey, guys, there's somebody honest out here. 11:54 a.m. Some cows were loitering on the side of the road. Just minutes later at 12:52 p.m., several more cows were hanging out near the highway.
Isn't that their job?
Yeah, cows are supposed to loiter.
That's what they do.
Eat the grass, make new cows. That's their job. 12:37 p.m. A woman was unsuccessful in her attempt to shoplift a bottle of wine. Fruit of the vine. Get sober.
I hate being on the same wavelength as you.
2:50 p.m. Someone called 911 to report they didn't feel well after getting a flu shot. I don't think there's anything we can do for you, pal. Sorry.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.